Do you know that your brain has the ability to change? How someone's brain was some time ago may not be how his or her brain is today. The brain has the ability to change, and that is called brain plasticity or neuroplasticity. There is somebody who did not know how to play piano. The person doesn't know how to play piano. And because of that, there was no neural pathway that will enable the person play piano. So the person met someone who taught him how to play piano. Now, before the person started learning playing piano, there wasn't neural pathway that is connected to playing of piano in the person's brain. Now, when such person starts playing piano, start learning it, the moment the person starts learning it, the brain will start forming neural pathway for such learning, and that will result to change in the person's brain structure. Now, as the person keeps learning, keeps improving, the brain continues strengthening that neural pathway. Now, at a point, that neural pathway is so strengthened that the person can even play piano without looking at the keyboards. In other words, the brain has fully adjusted itself, has fully modified itself, has fully changed itself in order to adapt to that learning and new knowledge. So neural plasticity occurs when new neural pathways are created as we learn new things or form new habits. This is also how new habits are formed. When a new habit is formed, it means that a new neural pathway has been created in that person's brain. Also, brain plasticity occurs when the brain is trying to strengthen existing connection. And strengthening existing connection happens when someone practices a particular action often. So when such action is constantly practiced, the neural pathway that is connected to such action is being strengthened. And strengthening of such neural pathway modifies and changes the brain structure. Also, neural plasticity or brain plasticity occurs when the brain is rewiring old connections. There are some old connections that the brain can rewire. There are also old connections that the brain can weaken. For example, when someone keeps practicing a particular action, the brain continues strengthening the connection in the brain that links to that action. Now, when such person stops practicing that action, the connection in the brain, the neural pathway in the brain that links to that action begins to weaken. Why? Because the person no more practice such action. So the brain can also prune, in other words, remove or weaken connections that are not frequently used. That's why someone that knows how to play piano very, very well, and because of one reason or the other, the person stops playing the piano, You find out that maybe after 10 years or 15 years, the person will find it difficult to play the piano perfectly as he or she was playing it when he or she was good at it. Why? Because the brain has weakened the connection that is linked to such action because it is no more frequently used. Also, brain plasticity occurs when someone is learning new language. In other words, neuroplasticity occurs when someone is learning new language. Some people learn new language that they don't know before. They start learning that language. Before they start learning the language, the brain has no neural pathway for that language. But once the person starts learning the language, the brain starts forming new neural pathway for the language. And the more the person continues learning the language, the strengthening of such neural pathway occurs, and such can modify the brain, leading to neural plasticity. Also, learning new skill leads to neural plasticity. The new skill may be playing a musical instrument. It can be mastering a sport. Such new skills create new neural pathway and also strengthens the neural pathway as long as the person keeps practicing the new skill.